I could see out of the corner of my eye that he was writing actual words, and there was no modification made anywhere from this point until he gives it to me. It's what he's writing. Okay. His explanation later for this is that the process wasn't complete. It's a divine power and divine process, so it needs to be completed. It's God's word going through him. So to share the incomplete message or have me intervene is not allowed. So let's fast forward a little bit here. It's just him wrote. And I try my best to show the part of the book that he recalled. I don't quite follow along because, as you'll notice, his English is not great, so I can't quite follow exactly what he's reading. And it's not exactly perfect.
Okay, with a bottle in which and when is filled, the mountain chief underneath him, the wall rock proofing of the downhill tide of the tent washing, clarifying the tent reed looks some. It is the Astra can wheel down the mountain for the second time. What
recalled on. So what I might do is actually provide a scan of both, right? 5 minutes to pull it out of your brain and write it out, and then have something that's not 100%, but I'd say I personally was impressed, but you can decide for yourself. But what I'll tell you is, and I made this comment to a few other memory people that I've talked to, is if we're talking about you look at something, memorize it, and then for me to not film him and to not look, I don't like that, right? Obviously, the whole point of this is to show as clear as possible what is happening. I didn't really have much of a choice. You can see I tried to kind of keep the camera on him. I could still see him out of my peripheral vision, I'll tell you that much. He did not touch anything. He did not access anything. He was where he was, sitting in his yoga pose with his hands like this, sometimes waving them. Divine power, and that this process is God speaking to him. I'm not comfortable with that, but again, I'm not a religious person, so I could suddenly it comes to me from somewhere, but maybe it came from high above, right? I don't believe it again, but I could see how somebody who's very devout and religious and who thinks they have a special gift like this from God could think that, right? Maybe. I'm really giving him the benefit of the doubt here. One page.
One fish.
Just one page. I choose one page.
One page or one paragraph, I think. One page, 25 minutes memorize. One page, okay.
No. One page, as fast as you can do it.
One page, okay.
Yeah, just to save time. Is that okay? One page.
Okay, one page.
Okay. This is simple.
That's okay. We start simple.
Simple survey.
That's okay. It's still very impressive. For me, if I look at one page, it takes me maybe an hour.
One fish technique. All
right, so a few things here to counteract it. The first thing is he said, he's at this, and
Quiet everything.
Whole body. Take my photo. Take my mobile.
put your mobile there.
I have.
Take your jacket off.
Good. Here. Because nobody should doubt.
I agree.
Check it. Quiet everything.
In your pockets. Now. So what is he doing?
There is a divine process.
Okay.
Divine process. And Kali, Mata.
Okay.
Goddess Kali.
That's okay. That's not going to give you an answer. He's never seen this book before. It's just printed. I'm choosing a random page, honestly. Sure. Yeah, you could do that.
underneath him.
So now he's reading the page. I didn't expect him to do this. I was expecting him to do his crazy screaming that he does, the talking in tongues, but maybe this is part of the technique method, but he's reading the words on the page. And you can notice that he's not saying the words perfectly, but he's basically just reading it once through. There's no repeat or review.
The retained coach, iron monja account of.
Okay.
यो भनेको टेक्निकको भन्नु न, यो चाहिँ टेक्निक भन्नु न, अर्को चाहिँ डिभाइन पावरमा चाहिँ पिटिटी हुन्छ, यो चाहिँ टेक्निकको भन्नु त।
The question technique.
यो चाहिँ टेक्निकको माध्यमबाट गए एक पेजमा त टेक्निक।
This is only
Also,
technique.
English is
but whole book is different.
अब बुक चाहिँ गुटुटु हुन्छ।
So at this point, this is process got right. So it's not stored really quickly, but slower. Away. And again,
This book,
this page. So they're just
different
technique,
different
formula.
this is the formula.
This whole book, you will finish within 5 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. Let's start with this page. So they're just explaining here that if he had used, I don't know why he just didn't use your God to provide. Yeah.
Okay.
This stuff really doesn't.